Cheers.
Cheers.
To our second mukbang. Old Moot cider.
It's the berries and cherries one. It's really good.
Berries and cherries.
I probably can't even see it 'cause it's so bright.
Old Moot cider. Oh, it focused and then it found your little face. I got lemon rice.
Prawn crackers.
Bobadoms. Prawn korma.
Sweet and sour sauce to go with the sweet and sour.
Onions.
Prawn balls. Got 5.
5 prawn balls.
And I got chicken chow mein again because chicken chow mein is probably my favourite thing from the Chinese. So.
Chow mein. Oh, is that what you got?
Yeah.
You're not going to be hungry?
I'm going to have a couple of your balls.
No, I'm eating all the balls.
Get lost. We've
Right.
got prawn crackers as well. So.
So you eat those, you bitch.
Yeah.
I got lemon rice.
Did you got it?
Yeah, I've never tried lemon rice. So, I mean, rice is rice in my eyes, boo. It's like multicoloured. Aww. Okay, I'm going to make a rice castle.
Oh, this is going to be easy.
Hey, look! Oops.
Oh, nice. 3, 2, 1.
Yours was aggressive.
Check
oh my
that
god.
block out.
Does look good. Right, I'm going to try this lemon rice. Sticks together. Good rice always does.
Oh, just sticky rice. Is that really strong?
Okay. That is very lemony.
Is it?
It feels like I've just kind of gone one night, like after a night out. Ooh, let's try rice and lemon.
And just like squirt it all in.
Yeah. Oh,
blimey.
prawn korma.
That smells so strong.
That smells so strong.
It does.
Oh, look at that. Oh, shit.
I don't like that rice.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Careful.
Get a girl that can do both. Whoa.
I finished one ball.
Oh, I was only joking. Have as many as you want. So, I said to you lot that...
Is that a tail?
Oh, it's on a tail. I was like, ooh, it's not a stick, but it's its tail. I said to you lot, what do you want me to talk about? And most of you mentioned stuff to do with moving out and moving in together and stuff like that. So I thought, why not make it mostly moving out themed? Chat about that, because we haven't really properly sat down and like spoken to it other than the vlogs. So if you don't watch my vlogs, then you'll have no idea that I've even considered this. Exciting! Right, well, the first thing that made me decide to do a moving out video was Tayan, just moving out. Please talk more about it. So yeah, maybe like how we started saying let's do it, or like something like that. The process of it. Because I'm like a mummy's girl and I've never moved out before, even for uni. I was like, I'm cushy here, I'm staying here.
Should I put those on your side?
You can have
easy access.
some.
Nah, I just had one. They're okay. I prefer chicken balls. Look, like, I just crushed this down and it looks like massive.
Oh, by the way, we were going to either do doing Adam's makeup video or this mukbang video. So we did a poll on Twitter and it's been 50-50 all day long. So, why do you want to move in with me, Adam?
It just makes sense. I spend nearly every day with you anyway.
I feel like you're wasting money at a place which you barely spend your time at.
If you're like renting 2 separate places and you're always together, you may as well just get a place together. And because we've been together for over 2 years, and I don't know, you can get a bigger and better place as well, so you have more space and stuff.
I work from home. I love it, but it's stressful when like there's a lot of people who constantly feel that means you're free and available to like chat and do things all the time. It gets a bit much when it's like constantly being around. Imagine you guys being constantly around your mum and dad, like as much as you love them, it will probably get on your nerves. You would agree, right? Over time I've just got to a point where I'm like, I need some space. They don't really believe in privacy in this household either.
I would say my family's lush as well, but you just need some space and privacy.
You can have like the best family in the world, which I do. But that still doesn't mean you want to be around someone 24/7, especially me. I wouldn't want to be around like a best friend 24/7.
You'd be around me 24/7.
Well, you go to work. So the process was, if you've been watching my vlogs, we started flat viewing a lot in the videos.
Ages ago.
Yeah, we did. How many flats? When we move out, I want to do like a flat viewing video, all on flat viewings. Because there's so much stuff that I learned. How many did we look at roughly down here?
Down here about 20.
About 20 roughly. And like he said, we want an extra room for office, and like it's a bit weird. We kind of want an office and a chill room, which doesn't really make sense because like I shouldn't relate my office to chilling out, but it's more chilling out for him, office for me, even though I will be in there as well.
Well,
it's basically just a spare room, another room away from.
If we have 2 bedrooms, the main bedroom will be the master bedroom, obviously, so it'll be quite big. I could have like a TV and stuff in there, so there'll be plenty of space in there for me to chill. What I did say was if we had a spare room, I could have as like a gaming room, so I'd have all my geeky stuff in there.
So basically, like, go back a bit. We did these viewings, and for what we wanted, we'd have to spend about £900 a month for 2 bedrooms.
This is not including bills.
Oh yeah, not including bills. So I had a mental breakdown. Like, I was like, I'm gonna not have any money to live, and I'm gonna be in somewhere which
It's kind of like a reality check for both of us, wasn't it?
Because there was this really nice place that I spoke to you guys about liking, and it was good, but it was good for our money. Like, it was good in comparison to the other places we'd seen. It wasn't good for what we actually wanted, which was space.
It was like the best of the worst.
Yeah.
That was available to us.
So, Adam or someone, I don't know how this started, but we started looking up places up north.
It was me, because at first I was joking about it. I was like, look, because I'm from up north, so I was like, I wonder what the prices are in comparison to down here. So I started looking at it, and at first I didn't want to mention it to you because I thought that you might feel as if like I'm like
dragging me up there.
Yeah, almost like throwing information at you like you don't want to say anywhere. But anyway, I kind of jokingly showed her a few of them, and I was like, this is ridiculous what you can
And we
get
were
for
in
your money.
bed like...
We were up for hours, just like looking on Zoopla and Rightmove just to see what there is, and we were just amazed by it.
Bear in mind, we just looked at loads of different places down where I'm from. By the way, Americans, when we say down south, it's here. Up north is here. And it's like a 5-hour drive.
Maybe a little bit more.
So we've been looking at loads of places down here. They're asking for loads of fees. There's high demand, so they go really quickly, and it felt very like rushed process in that way. They snap you up like so quickly because it's just very.
It felt like a really cold process.
It felt like conveyor belt sort of system.
Yeah, like we're all just animals being herded into like really expensive properties and stuff.
And all the listings were like strictly this, strictly that. No, rah rah rah. Which is fair enough. It's someone's like property. I just thought that was the way it was. Until we were in bed one night and we looked at other places up north. The way it was worded was just hilarious because it seemed more like they were trying to like lure you in, and the fees and stuff, not admin fees. Is it admin fees? Yeah, was a lot like when I say a lot less, I mean like
probably about a third, maybe a quarter of the cost.
Yeah, and obviously like you've got to think about things like why is it cheaper? There's less to do there. Rah rah rah. But the way I see it is it's not as far as it seems when you look at the map. And I think it is 100% worth what you're saving and what you get when I know I can just, if I miss it down here, like I can travel down here and I've still got family here. If I didn't have family here, if they all just disappeared off the planet, I'd be more sad to leave, but I know that I can just like pop down. And I'm self-employed, so I can just do that whenever.
Yeah, we looked at the middle of the country as well.
Oh yeah.
Because we thought, as an option, because we're both very family orientated, and Ellie's never left her family home. She suggested, why don't we move to the middle of the country so we're kind of equal in a sense, distance from both. So we had a look at some places. I mean, they were obviously cheaper than down here, but it's still sort of near London, so you're still paying a fair amount. It depends where you go, obviously, but we didn't spend too much time looking at them. But we kind of came to the conclusion that because you're only adding about an extra couple of hours, an extra hour or two onto the journey, you may as well just either move up north or just stay down here.
He made a good point in saying, we can go to the Midlands, but we're literally going to know no one.
Yeah.
We're going to have no help from anyone. It's going to feel a lot more daunting than doing the extra couple of miles up, further up the country, to be surrounded by people we know.
And it'll be cheaper as well.
And that, but even that, like, I just feel like it makes more sense without the cheaper bit as well. Soon, in a vlog coming up, when we go up to Newcastle, I talk a lot about us doing some flat viewings and house viewings and stuff, which we did. We mainly did that even though we weren't actually moving yet. We mainly just viewed some places up there because I simply couldn't believe some of the listings I'd seen. I was like, there's got to be something wrong with it, like a dodgy area. There's got to be like people outside wanting to stab me or something. Or maybe the house smells.
Everyone I've spoken to about it, like, can't believe it, like the prices and stuff. The first thing they say is, it must be a shithole. Like, there's no other way that they can charge that little for it. So yeah, we decided on that. We decided that's probably the best thing to kind of set our minds on. Especially Ellie was viewing places for ages. Like, I'd be at work and then she'd be sending me like loads of properties, just saying like, look at this one, it's really nice, look at this one. So we spent weeks just looking at stuff. And obviously, like, looking at things, you get an idea of like the average of like what things might cost, how many bedrooms you would generally get and stuff like that. Eventually we kind of got like a favourites list of ones that we would kind of ideally want. So we kind of built an idea of what we could afford in our heads up there. Go up and see my family. And at the same time, we can book up some viewings to go and see them, like Ellie said, just to kind of get an idea of what they actually look like.
But I've spent probably 2 months of my life every single morning opening up my phone, emails, and checking new listings down here and up there for, I think, I would say more than 2 months actually. I feel like
It's like
that's
part of
my
your life now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's part of your routine.
And I've got so into the home channel where they do like homes under the hammer and home from home and like house swap, escape to the country. Oh, I just like to see what people want and what prices are like around the world.
We're basically in the process of figuring out everything else around that, how we would get there, how much money we should budget, where we're going to keep all of our stuff.
I was really switched on about like how long everything was taking, how the journey felt, what everything felt like would I be able to do this on my own. It wasn't just like a holiday, it was like me trying to imagine myself in this position, going back home multiple times a year.
Yeah.
It does not feel like you're travelling up the country at all when you get a train. I feel like it would when you're in the car because it's a bit like...
Yeah.
The train left at 12 and then I text your grandma that we got home at 4:45.
Yeah.
Booyah!
Even I couldn't believe that.
See?
And I was there.
KTB, how do you find the money to move out? I'm 23 and there's no way I can afford it. Firstly, we're going to the cheapest place possible.
I was going to say, if we were moving out down here, like for definite, we'd be in the same position you are.
Yeah, it depends where she lives, I don't really know. And, like, is she talking about buying? Because we're not buying.
It's really hard if you're on your own. If it was just me, I would still struggle. If you've got a friend, I think that's a really good opportunity for you guys to figure something out. It doesn't have to be super long term. If you still live with family and it's quite an easy kind of situation, like a living situation, then I'd probably recommend sticking with them for a few more years while you save.
Living with parents for as much as...
Yeah. It's a lot of onion.
That stinks. Living with parents for as much as...
Yeah.
Onion curry. For as long as you can live with your parents, live with your parents.
If you can still bear it, if it's literally too much and you can't take it anymore and you need to move out, then do it. But you might struggle a little bit. Just basically take advantage of the situation you're in. It'll become apparent when you move out that it'll probably be a lot more difficult to live in terms of like financial stuff.
You'll do less things. You'll struggle more.
Yeah.
I feel like I could probably live with my parents until I'm like 30 years old. They would easily let me.
Yeah.
But I just can't do it. Like, I work from home, like I keep saying this. Yeah, and plus, even if I didn't, my only dream that I had as a kid is to move, like, live in my own space. And, like, when other people, like, imagine themselves older, they thought, I'm going to be a firefighter and I'm going to be a teacher. I was always just like, I want to have my own husband and place and, like, clean. Like, I was so lame. And I still have that now. I'm like, I want that.
Oh, I've got experience of like having my own place. It was still really nice to be able to contribute towards like decoration and have it how I wanted to have it. And because I felt a lot of pride because it was mine, and I'd often invite people over to party and stuff because it was my space.
I can't remember who it was, but somebody once said to me, or I heard someone say it somewhere, basically anything you do and choose to do that you're scared about or not sure whether you're ready for always goes back to having a baby. Or when people get pregnant, a lot of the time, planned or not, people feel nervous and scared and they don't feel like they're ready. I'm not a parent, like I'm not a mum, I don't know what I'm doing, I didn't get taught any of this. And it's sort of like that, like you make excuses for yourself for things that you want to do, like chasing dreams of being a doctor or something like that, and you think, oh, I'm not the type of person who can do that, like it's not for me. I won't go to uni and do that because it won't work, like I'm not ready for uni scares me, blah blah blah. If you just kind of push yourself into something like what you're talking about, not being able to afford things, you're gonna then automatically start thinking, shit, I've got no choice but to save and like maybe get another job or like work around it so this can happen. Whereas if you're sat at home at your parents, nice and cushy, I'm gonna be like, that sounds petrifying, like having to throw so much money to a landlord and then like not have much left. Well, sure it does, because I've never done that before and I've got no reason to have to do that right now. So when I'm in that place, you just deal with it and you force yourself to work with it because you've got no other option. I don't know if that makes much sense. If you just put yourself in a position that you want to be in but you're scared of, your brain and you will just automatically start working on ways to make it work.
Yeah.
Like having a baby, basically. It's the same sort of thing. Your instincts kick in and you've got no other choice but to look after this newborn fetus. And then you end up being wonderful and you do great. And I think of it like that, really. I will struggle, but that will make me look for ways that will help me to stop struggling.
Everyone adapts, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, you've adapted to the position you're in now.
When we were talking about finance stuff, and I was like, oh my god, my finance is all over the place and stuff, he encouraged me to like actually write things down every month rather than just being like, on average it's this, on average it's that, as the months went by, and like I was not being specific with how much money I was earning every month.
Every time I asked you, you would just have like an idea of what you think it is.
Yeah, and I wouldn't like consider chasing up people and how things can get lost in the process when you're self-employed, because it's a bit crazy. And so I started having to like increase my income, different flows of income rather than just having one.
Yeah.
So things are more secure. So like that, I was subconsciously making changes because I had no choice to. Like, my brain was saying, Ellie, if you want to move out, you'll have to do this, you'll have to do that. And then I did. It's the same sort of thing, but I haven't moved out yet, but yeah. I've got savings as well. That helps.
I don't have any savings.
You don't feel less scared if something goes terribly wrong.
Yeah, my advice would be, the best thing you could do is take advantage of a cushy position, like if you were living with family, for as long as you can.
Don't feel ashamed of not being able to afford anything right now.
I think a lot more younger people are living with family until they're older these days, and it's so normal because kids can't move out. And if you can find someone to move out with, the whole place isn't yours, but find someone who you'll enjoy living with and you feel like
24/7.
Yeah, you feel like you won't kind of get on each other's nerves and stuff. Finished.
Shan J says, are you scared about arguing and falling out?
No. Everyone has moments, right? But you don't really fall out. I'm alright.
Anything to do with Adam is literally the last thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about everything else, like money. If I like the place enough, maybe I fall out with one of his family members or something. I don't know. I don't make any friends. I get bored in my job, or I earn less money.
Yeah.
And like anything to do with him is like at the very bottom because I just don't see it happening.
And I'm super chill and easy to live with, I hope. So.
Got 2 questions on how we would decorate our stuff. Toast and Beans says, do you think your place would have more of a cute Sass and Belle vibe, gamer vibe, or other? And then Hellcat said, are you going to have a theme that runs throughout your house/apartment?
I think both. Because she's got the cute Sass and Belle side and I've got the gamer side. So if we both have our influence, it's probably going to have a bit of a mix.
So it's not going to have a theme because I think we're just going to explode our like interests everywhere.
I mean, I've got like gamer merchandise, which I'll have like posters and stuff up. I've got loads of models and stuff. I'm alright, thanks.
What would be cool is you to have that sort of stuff, and then my sort of stuff, and then I want also like a underlying theme of like creepiness, like cool. Horror posters and stuff would be cool. Feminine, masculine, in the middle, creepy.
It does sound cool though.
You're like,
I tend to like your style of decoration and stuff. I just don't want the whole house to be pink, and Ellie really wants the house to be pink. This guy's going to be in it.
Yeah, we bought him just for the flat. Henry.
Yeah, that sort of style. We're thinking like of that kind of pink with like silvery greys and stuff.
Bedroom, I want more of like a dark dungeon, whips, chains. No. Bedroom, I want like gothic themed maybe. And then kitchen.
Blacks and greys and stuff. Really cool.
I had an idea for a kitchen. I haven't told you about it yet.
Yeah.
Quite white and bright, but with a pop of like pure bright yellow.
I knew you were going to say yellow.
Did you?
Why yellow in the kitchen? White and yellow.
I saw someone do it in listing, and it just looked really effective. Like it made everything look so much nicer. And
they had like yellow stools and stuff.
They had 2 yellow stools and only like a yellow rug, and maybe a sunflower. That was it. I'm not saying like yellow, but like the little tiny pops of colour. I was like, oh my god, this house is so nice. And I thought about it, I was like, it's actually not. It's just because of that tiny little bit of yellow that makes it look really sophisticated.
We need to find out if we're allowed to decorate first. Long term, when we actually get our own place, that we can decorate and stuff. I guess that's what we like to do.
They'll let us get yellow stools.
Oh yeah.
And I want a bathroom that's themed like a spa. Do you want any food, Adam?
I'm nicely full.
Okay.
I'm not true to the whole mukbang thing though.
No. Zara says, need any advice?
I'm not really sure because, I mean, I've moved out a few times.
Mine's more about making friends. How do you make
good point. I
friends
didn't
when
really
you're
think about that side
older?
of things. How do you make friends when you're older and you don't have a social job?
Yeah. How quickly does the fresh feeling of moving out last for? You
So-
still had that when I was...
Yeah, I still felt I was really happy with.
You had that the day you left your old flat.
Yeah, so I guess mine never really died. I think depends. If it's just a really bare, basic kind of thing, you don't really make it your own, then yes, it will wear off.
Maz Rainbow says, who will choose the decorating/furniture and who will build furniture?
I like building things,
I hate it, so
I'll get all that IKEA stuff.
perfect.
Ellie will probably choose things
Sorry.
because you're really into like home decor and stuff.
And
I am as
love
well
it.
to a degree, but I kind of have to be in the mood for it. So she'll probably come to me and say, how do you feel about this?
I'll never get anything without asking him and without him saying yes.
Like even little things.
Cesar Lou, we met her at Summer in the City. Is it more scary or exciting moving out / in with each other?
The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is how we're going to get from here to there and maybe the work side of things, because obviously I'll need to find a job, but everything else I'm really excited for, because I know what the places like the town that we're moving to is like. I'm excited for you to do more things there, being able to save and almost have new experiences.
With me, it's like, exciting! And then like this little voice in my head taps me on the shoulder. Scared. And she's like, remember, this is going to be horrible, this is going to be difficult, you might regret this. People who still have parents that are okay with living with them hate you right now because they wish that they had that and you are leaving it. I've got this really cool job where I'm able to do what I want and have freedom, and I'm not doing anything with that freedom. Not doing anything that I actually want with that freedom.
Yeah, I think the space thing would do a big favour for you as well.
Yeah.
To be able to have more space, to be able to make, because I mean this obviously is very much your room, you can tell by the way you set it out, but if you've got more space to do that and to expand in other rooms as well, stuff like that.
Al Dawson, or A.L. Dawson, how does your family feel about you moving away? They were just like, as soon as I said it, they were like, yeah, sounds good.
At least family's so chill. That's funny because my mum's just moved to Scotland. She moved, bought a place, and I was like, oh, by the way, I think we're moving back up to New Newcastle.
And she's like, you're joking.
She's like, you're joking. You could have told us that before I moved. So.
It's weird because when I put that video up of me saying I might move up north or something, and everyone's comments were like telling me how much rent they pay and how much property is near where they live, and they're like, yeah, that's totally the thing, like it's so cheaper up here. And to hear people's opinions of it agree, because I just thought I was going crazy. I just think that's madness that it's so much money. I felt like I was the only one saying that, and then everyone was like, oh yeah, that's true.
No,
like,
that's a thing.
And then they were like, I did the same thing as you, or they're like, just do it. Like, if that's what you can get and that's what you want, then just do it. Like, if I didn't have that, I might still be second thinking it now and questioning it and thinking whether I'm just...
Yeah, you would think, like, why am I the only one who's talking about it? And
yeah.
why hasn't more people done it if it's so good? I do have one more question.
For me?
Well, for us.
I thought this was going to be a proposal video.
I do have one more question. So Andrew asks a little bit of a sideball. What places would we like to visit? We're talking about places.
Another reason actually why I even want to move up there is because we can save for holidays.
It's relevant.
Oh, there's so many places. I want to go to Greece again. Orlando. I want to go...
Japan.
I want to go to like a really small remote island.
I've been to Lanzarote quite a few times. It's like usually our family holiday of choice, and it's always a really nice holiday. It's quite windy there, but it is... Windy? Well, it is.
That's weird.
How about Tennessee?
Is that what he asked? So Andrew is one of Adam's friends and he also watches his videos. So hi Andrew. I want to go to Tennessee. Oh no, wait. Tennessee is where Jack Daniels started.
Yeah, you can go. He lives right next to the Jack Daniels factory.
Let's go. My pinball.
Amazing.
Anyway.
It's so flavoursome and tasty and sugar.
Can I eat them?
Gelatin. So no.
Why is there gelatin in everything?
Oh, that's powerful.
Everything.
See, I'd much rather have these after Chinese than prawn crackers.
I'd much rather have these.
But this is like how we're so different.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you liked this video, then give it a thumbs up so we know to make more mukbang videos. If there's any topics you'd like us to chat about next time, let us know. Subscribe to my channel to be notified every time I make a brand new video. Join me on social media such as Twitter, Facebook and Instagram to catch me on all the behind the scenes type of stuff.
Do it.
Bye everyone!
Bye.
If you got this far to the video, type in the comments pinballs and
Type what?
pinballs and prawn crackers.